Today I want to share a couple quick testimonies with you about how God speaks. Yesterday I went to take something back to Kroger and I thought, God, do I really need to take that back? It was actually napkins and I bought them because there were no other paper products. So I was like, do I want to take them back? They were more expensive and maybe I could find some toilet paper somewhere. So I just literally pulled over to the side of the road between Kroger and Compass Bank. And I sat there and I said, God, what do you want to say about this? Most people think I'm crazy that I'm asking him about such a simple little thing, but that's how I am. So I got this image of them unloading a pallet at Walmart. And I said, maybe that's where my answer is. And I felt like God said, yeah, when you go there, you'll know what to do. So I drive over to Walmart and I actually had a return there to make. And I did the return, and while I was standing in the line, I said, God, I honor you for this. I don't look at this as a delay, but I look at it as a blessing, and the time that I'm standing here is actually divinely ordained. So I took my time, I did the stuff, and then I started going towards the back. And I actually went to the baby section to see if maybe they might have baby wipes or something. And I was in a different Walmart than I was used to, so I didn't even really know where anything was. After I checked there, I didn't see anything, so I started walking to where I thought the toilet paper aisle was, but it was flipped from the other Walmart that I was used to going to. So on my way, I see a guy, and he has 4 rolls of toilet paper in his hand, and I thought, oh, they do have toilet paper here. So I started going towards the toilet paper where I thought it was, and then I saw another guy, and he had one of the big packs, I think the 18 or the 24, just the really large ones. And I said, hey, dude, where did you get that? And he said, oh, they're unloading a pallet in the back. So I started walking towards the back, and when I got there, it was in this aisle with nothing in it, and the lady was just unloading the pallet, and there was somebody standing there, and she said, hey, can I have some? And so she gave her the large pack. It was a Charmin one, and it was a big blue one, and all the rest were the little purple 4x4 rolls. And so I thought, okay, well, maybe I'll just get a 4-pack. And I said, do you have any more of the big ones? And she said, yes, I do. Here's my last one. And she picked it up and handed it to me. So I just want to encourage you that God is in the toilet paper. He's in everything. And if you take your time to ask him about the little things, he'll do that. So I have one other interesting story. I went out and I felt like I was supposed to get some things and load up our freezer a little bit so that we could help others during this time, because I know that not everybody's in a position where they can do that. So I asked God, I said, where do I go? And I heard the word Sprouts, which is a grocery chain near us. So I decided I'm going to go to Costco first, pick up a few things, and then on the way back, I'll go to Sprouts. So I did that, got what I could get there, started driving, and I said, well, let me go to Trader Joe's, and then I'll come back and hit Sprouts on the way, and then I'll go home. So I went up to Trader Joe's, got a few things there, and then on the way back, I came to Sprouts. I tell you all that because I did all these little things outside of going to Sprouts, but when I got there, after I'd done my shopping there, and there were delays and conversations inside and all these little details, but God still directed my steps, because when I came out, I was getting in the car, loading up my trunk, and I looked over and I saw 2 people sitting in a car, and I heard God say, go ask them if they need anything. So I went over and I asked them, I said, I know this seems weird, but I feel like God just told me to ask you, do you need anything? And the family, well, it wasn't really a family, it was a son and a mother. And the mother was pretty old, probably in her 60s, and she had just lost her job working at the Waffle House, and they were living in their car. And they told me the story about how they got there and what was going on. And I was able to connect with them, pray with them, bless them, all because God just said, go to Sprouts. And so I would just encourage you to ask God, all the little things and say, hey, what do you want me to do? Where do you want me to go? What's this about? And let him tell you, because he's in the little details. And there's 2 quick examples of how you can, just pause, take your time, put God first, listen to him, and then watch the fruit of it, because God's always with you. He's always willing to talk. You just have to be listening.